Hello and welcome from the California Our Lady's Army of Advocates Conference. My name is Father Albert, and I will be answering some of your questions. When I got married, I was an Anglican, and my wife was a Mennonite. Some years later, since I decided to become a Catholic, she divorced me. Why should I have to suffer now, not being able to marry again? Wouldn't the first marriage be invalid anyway, since I wasn't married as a Catholic? A marriage between baptized Protestants is valid, and it's even a sacrament if the baptism of each person was valid. So your first marriage was valid, because not being a Catholic, you were not, of course, required to be married as a Catholic. Otherwise, no Protestants would be married. But you had to be Catholic to be married. Marriage, in fact, is a natural institution, so people don't need to be Catholic or even Christian to be married. And this natural institution is even indissoluble naturally. As the Lord said to the Jews, when he told them that Moses had allowed them to divorce their wives simply because of the hardness of their hearts. But from the beginning it was not so. But he said to them, they shall be one flesh. Thus what God has united, not let man put asunder. Now I understand it must be very difficult for you to be abandoned by your wife, especially since it's precisely because you became Catholic. You are not, however, alone in your situation. First of all, look at all the consecrated souls, priests and religious, who live a celibate life. We're not married. But even besides that, there are a lot more people than you think who are not priests or religious, and yet for one reason or another have to leave a celibate life, either because they never got married or because they are estranged from their spouses. And this is unfortunately especially the case today, when the very institution of marriage has been so weakened by divorce and people living in sin, and it's well on the way to being completely destroyed. The recent synod on marriage and Pope Francis's document Amoris Laetitia have even made things worse and have accelerated this process on the pretext of being understanding to individuals such as yourself who are in difficult situations. The underlying error, in fact, here is the failure to recognize the absolutely essential notion of the common good. It's for the common good that God has made such strict laws about marriage. The fundamental unit of human society is the family. And so it's absolutely necessary for the good of society itself that this unit be protected by the prohibition of divorce. And we see today what happens when that is not the case. Now, sometimes that conflicts with the private good of some individuals, but for the common good of the whole society, it's necessary. And even for the sake of the private good of the members of the society themselves. For if the common good of the society is affected, everyone suffers. And this is precisely what we are seeing today. And it's your case yourself. If your wife left you, it's simply because the bond of marriage has been so weakened today by everyone getting divorces or not even getting married at all. The solution then is not to enter into another marriage which would be invalid and a lie and a scandal for others, by which you would contribute yourself to this destruction of marriage and so become a cause in your turn of making others suffer as you are yourself now. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you.